Hello and welcome to the 25th anniversary Lamborghini Countach, the final hurrah for a very iconic vehicle. And in today's video we are going to see how the vehicle performs in its standard form, fully upgraded, and then once we engine swap it. Because yes, ladies and gentlemen, we can take the V12 out of the Lamborghini Aventador SV and slap it into the 25th anniversary Countach to make for one very spicy build. And if you do go on to enjoy this video, don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more. Now firstly, before we even get into how the vehicle performs, the vehicle having no rear wing, that iconic spoiler that is not there, it just makes the vehicle look so strange. This is just really a personal thing, but it just makes it look like a cat with no tail. Like it just doesn't look right. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, how the Lamborghini Countach performs standard in Gran Turismo 7. So the car, even though it has a lack of a rear wing, it does not lack power, with the vehicle being mid-engine rear wheel drive with a 5.2 liter V12 engine. It was actually capable of producing 456 brake horsepower. That means that the car was able to travel up to 312 kilometers per hour, 194 miles per hour back in 1988. Now that's absolutely insane, and considering the fact that the vehicle is relatively lightweight, weighing under 1,500 kgs, means that the car by modern day standards is still a super good vehicle. That's why when it actually comes to using the Countach stock, you won't even really feel like you're in that much of an outdated vehicle. Okay, yes, the suspension is a bit softer compared to some modern day sports cars, but the car is still able to keep up with some modern day sports cars. Now the Lamborghini doesn't actually feel that old when you're behind the wheel of it, especially if you aren't looking at the body, say you're either in interior or bumper cam. You'd never say you're in a late 80s vehicle. The performance is just that good. I mean, it has decent acceleration. Top speed is really surprising. I mean, the car can do 312 kilometers per hour apparently, and just even like the braking system of the Lamborghini is really up to modern day standards, so you don't really feel like, wow, this car is extremely old, it needs like an engine swap. Even with the standard engine completely stock, it's still a super good vehicle. And let's just say, okay, you want a little bit more out of your 25th anniversary vehicle. Well, you can, because you can then head on over to the tuning shop. Now, as I said, the vehicle has 450 odd brake horsepower. And then when you come to the tuning shop, well, you can still add ultimate parts. You can fully upgrade all the parts to the Lamborghini Countach, and you're gonna be left with over 700 brake horsepower, 735 to be exact. And then we're still able to remove about 300 kgs out of the vehicle, bringing the weight to 1162 kgs. And that's just on the standard engine. So for the standard Lamborghini Countach's engine to produce 700 brake horsepower, it's gonna make it a really fast vehicle. So even if you don't purchase the engine swap, Countach is still incredible, because if it was good standard, just improving the power and the handling of the vehicle, removing weight, just makes it just a lot better. Now it is tricky with some vehicles. When you fully upgrade them, the car loses its edge. It actually becomes worse because it lights up its rear tires, it's just all over the place, and the handling basically takes a short left and goes out the window. So that isn't really the case with the Lamborghini having over 700 brake horsepower and having a bit of aerodynamics added to it, having the special aero parts added. Well, it actually just helps out a lot that the downforce can now hold the vehicle down to the road. So the Lamborghini Aventador, it really doesn't need the engine swap, because the way it performs with its standard engine is well worth the money. And talking about money, it's a bit on the pricey side, because the Lamborghini Countach 25th anniversary will actually cost you around 690,000 credits from the used car dealership. Yes, for some reason it's in a used car dealership and not a legendary dealership. I don't know why this is, but that's just how it is. So the vehicle is sub a million credits, and honestly it is worth all the money. But let's just say you aren't fully happy with the way the vehicle performs. You feel like you still want a lot more performance. Well, you can then head on over to GT Auto and swap in that engine. So right away, the engine is going to cost you 350,000 credits, which isn't too bad. And with the Lamborghinis getting the engine from a later Lamborghini model, it's really giving me the same vibes as the Ferrari F40 swap. I got the engine swap from the Ferrari Enzo, and that is an absolute beast. One of the best engine swaps in Gran Turismo 7, one of the fastest engine swaps in fact. And the fact that the Lamborghini is gonna be some serious competition for it. So just straight off the bat, the Lamborghini Aventador's engine, if we just put it in, it is already more powerful than the standard engine being fully upgraded. So if you just want to swap the engine one time, don't even waste your money fully upgrading the standard engine, because you can use that same money that you're gonna spend to upgrade it and just purchase the engine swap. So once you purchase the engine swap, you can still head on over to the tuning shop, and that's where you will now see that you can still further upgrade this engine and have it produce over 1000 brake horsepower. And with the vehicle weighing under 1200 kgs, it's gonna make for a very lively vehicle. So once we do that and we head back out onto the circuit, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you here, I did not enjoy the car as much as when it had its standard engine in being fully upgraded. I feel like there's just slightly too much power for the actual Lamborghini to handle. But if you would drive the vehicle with traction on, it is insanely fast. It is so much faster compared to the standard engine, and honestly it'll give some of the fastest engine swaps a real run for their money. The Lamborghini Aventador engine is just such a good engine to have. It's one of my favorite Lamborghini engines in the game. The Aventador SV is my favorite Lamborghini in game. And the Countach being able to take the heart of that beast and put it into its classic body really is a match made in heaven. It's such a good matchup. But when it comes down to, is this vehicle going to be able to dethrone the F40 for being one of the best engine swap vehicles? Frankly, it's not. I took the two head-to-head around Trial Mountain, and the Ferrari absolutely destroyed the Lamborghini, even though it had about 200 less horsepower than the Aventador swap, but it was also 200 kgs lighter, and the Ferrari was just able to handle its power so much better compared to the Aventador. But if you still want to have an experience very similar to the F40 for a lot cheaper, well, the Aventador swap is exactly what you are looking for, because with the F40, the F40 is should be roughly about 3 million, and you're still spending over $1 million for engine. So it's a very costly ordeal to actually get the F40 swap, but if you can, absolutely get it. But this is honestly a really good substitute if you aren't able to get the F40 swap. Lamborghini Aventador powered Lamborghini Countach, a match made in heaven. Super fun vehicle, super fast, but to be honest with you, very capable on its standard engine, so you could actually save yourself. But if you just want to experience it, by all means, it's not a bad engine swap. So with all this being said, I hope you guys still going to enjoy this video. Don't forget, leave a like and subscribe for more Gran Turismo 7 content, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.